Hi everybody, thanks for watching. I'm going to look at the first impressions of Final Fantasy 15's gameplay. So go through some of like the mechanics of the game itself, show you what I've got, what I've looked at, and then you can form your first impressions from there. Combat, there's two modes. You've got active and wait. Initially, there's not much difference. Combat is real time, so whenever your character's moving or attacking, combat's always just flowing as you would in any sort of real time action game. But one thing this game does have is what we call a wait mode. A wait mode itself, if you don't attack, it basically allows you to scan your enemies, try and look at you potential weaknesses, but also I suppose if you want to plan a bit more tactically, it works out, so you can try and think, okay, what attacks, weapons you're going to look at. So like at the moment, you can see there, the timer's going down, the wait timer. You've got the enemy there. If you switch to a weapon, it doesn't initiate the time, doesn't break down like the timeline. That Libra is basically what you scan. So in scanning there, anything it shows you the weaknesses. Now the way the scan table works, anything that's got orange icons means it's weaker to those types of attacks. So in here it means that the swords and daggers will do more damage, and magic, specifically the sort of flame types of magic. Anything that's not coloured at all just means it's just going to do normal damage. Anything that's in purple means it's going to do reduced damage. So in this case, you've got lightning or damage, that's not going to do much at all. So you want to attack with weapons which will do more damage to the creature itself. As soon as you initiate an attack, it will get rid of you'll come out of wait mode, and then you'll start attacking in combat as you would expect. These enemies are quite tough ones at night time. So you can see I'm getting trashed at the moment. This is like level 34 creature, whereas my guys just about level 15, 14 each. So he knows nowhere to really kill this.
So we'll just stay out of it.
So it keeps coming after us. We see even now, so if you do chain up a few attacks with an enemy, as soon as you stop moving or moving in a direction or try to attack, you can come out of wait mode, and then you can try and find a bit more tactical. So in here, if you use an item, so say I wanted Ignis to use it, the guy was sort of flat on his arse at the moment. If I click it on him, he'll actually use it himself.
This is no time for a nap. You're a lifesaver.
If you use it on Noctis, your main guy who you control will use it himself. So that's quite cool that you don't have to go up to him to actually use the item. They'll actually use it themselves. This creature I'm on at the moment is much too strong. So there's no way in hell that I could really beat it. See, guys down there have been attacking it. It's not done much damage to them at all. The reason I'm getting trashed so much at the moment, there's what we call a day and night setting on this. So as you go through traveling through the world, the day slowly passes into night. At night time, enemies that have come out, we refer to them in the game as demons, but basically just hard, really tough enemies. Perfect time actually. So these just seem to be pretty random. This is like the Empire troops, they like drop ships. So these drop in and you can attack them. So you see at the moment, if I'm moving around, it's all real time. But if I go over to them and say, here, I'm not moving, So it's either wait time that slowly depletes. If that gets to 0, then you run out of time. But if I want to scan them, just go on an enemy and press the lock on button or R1. Keep it held down, triggers them. Now the way it works on here, you see on the top left hand corner you've got like little icons. The ones that have any particular colour means if you use weapons that are or spells or that, it means you'll do normal damage. Anything in orange, like in this case showing it fire or guns, shields, will do more damage. Anything that's purple, like the thunder icon, reduce damage. You can, by pressing the right stick and swapping between enemies, you can scan each one, see what they're all weaker against. These ones seem to be pretty standard what they're weak against. But let's see, weak against fire. And so, first of all, as a cluster together, I'll show you what magic looks like. Now you can just go into the main menu anytime. It pauses the gameplay, so you're not going to get attacked whilst you're changing your gear. Now magic, anyone can use it, but if we go and say Noctis, you can choose whichever slot you want. You can just, if we put, say, got a fire spells, show how that works. When you use magic, it's more like using a grenade. It's indiscriminate, so if your colleagues or your allies are in the way, they're going to get injured. So you see there when I went through with Noctis, it injured him. When you're in combat, you press square, you just dodge around. End of each battle, you get like a little report card. All that does is it just gives you a scan, like a grade for either speed of battle, finesse. Finesse is things like dodging on time, switching weapons on the fly, things like that. So, showing there, when you're switching between enemies in the wait mode, you can either just go to attack them. You can use something called warp strike. So the further you are away, the more damage it does. There's a campsite here. Let's have a look at the campsite. So they look like little wisps of blue smoke. If you've not been to it yet, that's what you'll see. Like this one.
Pretty damn windy. I can't see a thing.
So if you want to go up to, just go up to it. Use set camp. So when you're at camp, you can do training or camp training. It's like little challenges to do. We just camp for now.
Let's call it a day.
All right. I'm gonna pitch the tent.
When you camp or at a stop shop with a cafe, you can choose to have meals. We do different things like boost your stats. It lasts quite a while. So if we go for that one, you unlock new recipes as you go around, either by eating ones or finding certain ingredients from enemies or in the wilds, and then Ignis will say, I'll come up with a new enemy, new recipe, sorry. And you just eat it, and it does different things. So like here, it puts your HP up, get more XP.
Hey! Sorry.
What I want to first show you as well, when you're looking at enemies, you can use your teammates to use sort of skills in combat. So whilst it's sort of paused here, you can see that the ones in green are ones that you could use at the moment. So looking more in depth to that. So we look at, say, Prompto, we've got different skills. So like if you click on this one, it tells you what we do, and then you can unlock new ones as you progress through the game. But they do different things depending on what you want. Suit situations, some better than others. In this case, if we use Gladiolus, is Tempest.
Gladio, do it!
Just if you press circle that time, Nocto will come in with an actual combo of his own.
I'm dying of thirst here. I'm starving to death.
And yet we're all very much alive.
Now when you're in combat, you can hide behind rocks if you want to get health back. Actually gained experience from quests or from fighting enemies or whatever errand you're doing. This is where you'll level up on your characters. Some of them will give you a boon, so like in this one you got 1.2 times the normal experience, so some of them cost you money to use, so we just go ahead and rest. See there, the experience I've earned is being used on my characters now. See, the experience goes up, it just puts your HP up. You also gain AP, or I think it stands for action points. This is what you use to boost your skills. What you also get as well is the guy with the blonde hair, Proctor. After you rest at whether it's like a caravan or a campsite or whatever, he'll come up with some pictures you can save and look at. You can share them on social media or just save them to keep for references. Some of them are quite good. You don't have to do anything for them to do that, he just randomly takes them. So they're from combat.
Core.
Some are quite cool looking. You can get some good action shots.
Nailed it. Why can't I warp too? So unfair.
Now we saw something I got there where I mentioned AP. So I've got 45 if you look at the left hand corner. Where AP works, you spend the points just to learn new skills which supplement your combat. It's a bit similar to like the grid system in Final Fantasy X, where you could instead of having those, we had to find material to boost up stats. You can just sort of spend AP points. So so you go into Ascension, which is where you can use your techniques, and then you can look at them, see how much the cost of each one is. So, for example, this one, you can dodge any attacks in midair. So if you want to use that, just click on it, click yeah, and then that skill's permanently unlocked. So different trees. So teamwork one for things like where your teammates basically can do additional damage. So the linked strike damage is where you just keep sort of chaining attacks together. There's some for your stats. So that one here, I've unlocked. It basically means every time you level, you get more HP. Some are quite expensive after the initial ones. Some here where it talks about equipping 2 accessories. So Noctis, your main guy, can equip one already. Same with your teammates, but you can basically spend AP so that they can all have 2 accessories equipped. So the accessories are just things which either boost attack power, defense. Quite early on in the game at the moment, so there's none that are going to be that great really, but one there, I imagine later on in the game it will make quite a big difference when you can equip the maximum number of accessories. The exploration one, this is for things just generally which you go on wandering around, side activities. So like Noctis, for example, gains AP if you fish. You don't have to fish if you don't want to. Part of the main, one of the side quests you can do right early on is we have to catch a fish for some like a cat, just to gain something. But some of the activities you get, like for example, if we go look, there's some way you can get just for making camps. You're going to find campsites throughout the game. So once you make camp, you'll gain AP. So everyone here, like for example, you get AP for taking trips in the car. So when you're going to be driving around from spot to spot, these means you'll just get AP just for travelling the way you would anyway. Same here for chocobos. I've not accounted any chocobos yet. Eating meals at camp, so I'll show you some of that in a moment. Basically, when you eat at a camp, when you make one, you can have meals prepared if you want, and they just boost stats for quite a time, so they're quite handy if you're going to go up against either a boss or maybe a tough area with enemies. Now the wait mode is combat mode, so combat is real time, that basically means as soon as you move attack, it's just all action from the go. But wait mode, how it works in this is if you start a battle when you encounter enemies, a timer slowly goes down the bar where as long as you're not taking any action, you can analyse enemies. So it allows you to look at the weaknesses, prepare any sort of strategies, just give you a little bit of an upper hand. You don't have to use wait mode, but there's some trees in the Ascension where you can spend AP just to, whilst you're using wait mode, so it does seem to encourage it. And it can help you out in a pinch. You don't have to use wait mode at all. If you turn it off, you can just let Ignis scan some enemies, but it's not always not going to happen every battle. Whereas in wait mode, you can have a look around, see what weapons do and what spells do and don't work as effectively. Techniques, basically the special attacks for each of your teammates. So Promptos, I've got one there where you can unlock them, and they supplement. They do different things in combat. So if they go through, you can choose which one's best for you. It depends on the situation. Some are quite good just for help dealing a distraction enemy, or allowing you to do some heavy attacks on them, finish an ally off quickly. Recovery ones is here for where you get more recovery or warp, or you can boost the defense. Some here where you get a bit of HP. If your HP goes low, you get a little bit back. And then there's the magic. Quests are quite with question markers are worked on the map. Red seems to be the story ones, blue are side ones. These are given to by NPCs or in the game. Tells you recommended levels. There's these things called hunts in the game. So hunts is like contracts you can get from each outpost. So if you do this squash, basically when you go and click on a quest, it'll be enemies that you have to kill, and when you kill them, it upgrades something called a hunter rank, which gives you rewards for doing so. Some of them are quite tough. Some you can only encounter in certain times of the day. If you set that one there, it shows you where they are. So if we got looking on the map, it's saying that's here, way over there. You know my head. So look at the regalia. So if you want to select a quest spot, gives you an idea of how long it's going to take to get there. So it's auto mode. So I'll show you what happens when you go in auto mode.
Forecast.
Clear skies with the temperature rising.
Nice.
So Ignis drives it. He'll do the driving during the daytime for you. See that you choose a destination you'll go to. You can choose different soundtracks, so there's like the Final Fantasy games. As you go through different stops, you can buy soundtracks for different Final Fantasies. You've got Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2. You just skip through each track. So by holding left or right down, it will skip from the soundtrack, and just tapping left or right will skip tracks. And then play and pause, you just press up on the D-pad, turns it on and off. So whilst that's going on, you don't have to do anything, you don't have to control the car or just let it go drive, and then it'll take you to your location. You can see on the map there, it's counting down in miles, so that's like in-game distances, so as it goes down, obviously, the closer you are to your destination. You can do. Now when moving around, just left and right, you hold circle down, you gotta run. X is jump. Square, if you tap it out of the way, it dodges. Triangle is your warp mode for Noctis. It uses MP. So you can see that it slowly recharges while you're not doing any actions that cost MP. If you look on here, these are your different weapons. So if you up, down, left, right on your D-pad, these are what weapons Noctis has got equipped. So we'll just talk a little bit about that. Go to gear. So if we go on Noctis, seems like he can pretty much equip any type of weapon. So you got your different categories. So you got swords, great swords, pole arms, daggers, firearms, which like handguns, shields, which I've not encountered yet. Machinery. These seem to be like basically. I think you have to be quite close, but it does quite a bit of damage. So you can see there, it does a shockwave. You do different things. You've got arms. Now arms are only items that Noctis can use. So you find the same. They seem to use your HP when you use them. So do more damage, but obviously it uses your health as well. And so, but the attack's quite high. So you see how the values there, 194 and 483. Whereas if we look at, say, a sword, it's like 40, 88. So it's quite a big difference. And then finally we've got spells, which you can equip. So you can equip any of these with a Noctis. I'll show you a bit how these work. And then you got accessories you can equip, do different things, boost your health, some protect against different things, so like the green choker increases your HP recovery. You got attire, so the attire does different things, rather than just being aesthetic. It does things like boost attack, so I could went on that, no jacket. You can see how his stats have changed. Casual ones. It does look, in my opinion, a little bit daft. I'll be honest. But they do serve a function. So like this one, you can use more freely to land more critical hits. It protects more against status ailments. That puts more strength up and attack. And then your standard one, which again you have slightly more health. Same with your other characters, they can change their appearance as well. So if you like look at Gladolius, he's got his casual there. Went on Ignis. Yeah, he's got no jacket there. Same thing.